A reading from the book of the prophet Micah. With what shall I come before the Lord and bow before God Most High? You have been told, O man, what is good and what is required, to act justly, to love mercy, and to walk humbly before your God.
Those thoughts were echoed 7 centuries later by the New Testament writers. First, through the words of the Messiah, as he tells us in the Gospel of Matthew, to feed the hungry, to welcome the stranger. Now, 2,000 years later, in calling for a year of mercy, Pope Francis reminds us that we can only truly be called disciples of Christ if we are carrying out the works of mercy.
Each day, our diocesan ministries and Catholic Charities are doing just that, carrying out the corporal and spiritual works of mercy by responding to the needs of more than 110,000 people in Southeast Texas. Now we're asking you to walk with us as we help create a just community where all are welcomed, where we can find forgiveness and comfort, where we can come together to pray and grow in faith.
I'm teaching my son to be a strong Christian man. I want him to grow up to be a good citizen, a leader in the community. He's learning that through school, but I also need to teach him that at home. Because of your gifts to Bishop's Faith Appeal, I had the opportunity to learn about leadership at Hispanic Ministries programs and retreats.
Marcelino is using those leadership skills to help grow our church here in Southeast Texas. He and I are part of an informal focus group, the Young Adult Dinners, created by the Stewardship and Communications Ministry. Those evenings with Bishop gave us and other single adults, as well as young marrieds, an opportunity to visit with Bishop about evangelizing to our age group and demographic. Bishop wanted to make sure we knew we were included in the vision for our church here in Southeast Texas, and he wanted to hear our ideas.
Diocesan ministries, like the Communications Ministry, help establish a community where everyone is included. Our programs not only minister to the young, but also to seniors. Catholic Charities' Third Age Group is just one example of that. And our ethnic diversity is celebrated in many ways throughout the year, especially through events sponsored by African American Ministry and Hispanic Ministry.
In declaring this a year of mercy, Pope Francis has asked us to enter more deeply into the heart of the gospel, where the poor have a special experience of God, and all of us are poor in some way and hungry for God's grace. Each year, hundreds of people, the elderly, the unemployed, and the homeless, are fed at Catholic Charities Hospitality Center. Sometimes it is even the children who are sitting at the tables, and oftentimes it is the mentally ill who are walking through the lines.
We're at the Hospitality Center in Port Arthur, Texas. They feed between 125 and 150 meals, hot meals, each day to people. Sally and I have mental illness that runs in our family, and this illness has caused them at times to give everything they own away and turn to the streets. Without places like the Hospitality Center, there's no telling how long they would go in between hot meals.
Your gift to the 2016 Bishop's Faith Appeal will help us continue this important corporal work of mercy.
Although we are one big church family, we're made up of many smaller families. Our ministries respond to those different types of families in a variety of ways. Some families are in the middle of crisis or grieving. Our ministries offer comfort and support through programs like Elijah's Place, which help children deal with the loss of a parent or a sibling. Other families need some re-energizing. The I Do Again retreats offer that kind of support to married couples.
It was a wonderful experience. We reconnect to each other, but the best things we have was to renovate this commitment we have with each other and with the church.
Your gifts to the Bishop's Faith Appeal help coordinate the I Do Again retreats in both Spanish and in English. Your gifts also help prepare couples who are planning to say I do.
At the To Marry for Life retreat, I learned about all the 8 different destructive behaviors that you could have in a relationship. And as it turns out, he and I had done all of them. And I think it taught me how to be a more loving and more giving wife.
I'm not Catholic, so the Married for Life retreat not only helped Mallory and I get off to a better start, but also helped me understand Mallory's faith a lot better and why she's so committed to her church. I feel more a part of her faith community.
I had no idea how much of the diocesan ministries had played a role in my life. I spent lots and lots of hours on end with my youth group at St. Henry in Bridge City, and I followed all of my friends from youth group to campus ministry at Lamar. And then my husband and I spent all of our time at Lamar together, and I think that's where our relationship really blossomed. I think all of this has me tied to the church. While there are so many other young adults that are no longer active or participating in their parish, I'm here to stay. I'm even working for the Stewardship and Communications Department at a job that I learned about at campus ministry. I'm sure just like many other parishioners, I never realized how much the gifts to the Bishop's Faith Appeal had impacted me so personally.
Diocesan ministries not only impact individual lives, they also impact our parishes and missions, helping train and form parish catechists and other leadership.
As a new pastor, I find great help from diocesan ministries. Stewardship helped me discern and train a new pastoral council. Evangelization and catechesis helped our parish restructure its religious education program. And even our deacon here is the product of diaconate formation.
My formation and the formation of most of our deacons were funded through the gifts to the appeal. Currently, 10 more men are being educated with the help of the appeal.
All of these ministries act in accord with the spiritual works of mercy.
Through your gift to the Bishop's Faith Appeal, you'll be walking with our Lord as we minister to the stranger. You'll be helping our chaplains carry Christ to the sick and the elderly as our chaplains visit area convalescent homes. Your gift will provide Catholic-based spiritual and recreational events for our teenagers, as well as college students at Lamar University. And you'll walk with Jesus through prison doors as we take the gospel message to the men and women incarcerated in Southeast Texas. Won't you help us carry out the works of mercy? Won't you help us do what is required of all of us?
As you have seen, our ministries carry out the spiritual and corporal works of mercy. Won't you join us in carrying out this work by making a prayer pledge and a financial pledge to the 2016 Bishop's Faith Appeal? Thank you for being our partner in mercy.
Won't you walk with us again as we do our work?
Thank you for helping us carry out the corporal and spiritual works of mercy.
Thank you. Gracias.
Thank you for all you did last year. Now won't you again help us do what is required of all of us?